We start out just with the first one because it's easiest to start at the beginning. It gives us SO3, 2 negative, going to SO4, 2 negative. Just start out by rewriting it. That's always a good thing. I'm going to check my elements. I have 1 sulfur, 1 sulfur. That part's balanced. We're good. The oxygen, though. Got 3 oxygen compared to 4 oxygen. That means I need to add a water to my reactant side. Just 1 water, because now I have 4 oxygen on my reactant side, 4 on my product side. So far, so good. But I muddied the water. I added hydrogen, so now I need to add 2 H pluses to my product side. So now all of my elements are balanced. Once I have my elements balanced, what do I have to look at? Charges, absolutely, to figure out which electrons go where. So I've got a 0 plus a -2. So on my reactant side, I have a -2 net charge. My product side, I have a -2 plus a +2. So I've got 0 on that side.
Wait, why'd you just add water on this side?
Because I needed 1 more oxygen on this side. I only had 3. So I had to add water so I could get another oxygen on that side so that I would have 4. Yeah. Yep, so 0 and then a -2 from this one gives me -2 on my reactant side.
So are you doing the, are you looking at the rules to get the electrons and are you just,
To look at the total charges, I'm just looking at the charges that it gives me, or that for rule number 1, the net compound charge is always going to be 0. But for the most part, I'm just reading the ones that it has up here. Good question. Okay. I have a -2 and a 0. I need to add to the side that's higher on my number scale. So, how many electrons do I add to my reactant side? Yeah. Plus 2 electrons. Is this oxidation or reduction? Oxidation, yes. This is my oxidation half of the reaction because I have electrons that have been lost. They are on my product side. My second equation is going to take a little bit more work. I have Cr2O7 2 negative to start with. Cr2O7 2 negative. And that is going to, I'm giving myself some more space here, Cr3 plus. Are my chromiums balanced? No, so I have to put a 2 in front of my Cr3 plus to start out. Now I can look at my oxygens. I have 7 oxygens on my reactant side. I don't have any on my product side, so I have to add 7 waters. And now I made it even messier because I have all those hydrogens. I have 14 hydrogens, so I'm going to add 14 H pluses to my product side. Are my elements good now? Yes. So what do I look at? Electrons and charges. Good. So I have a -2 plus 14. I have 14 1 positives. So what do I get for this part of the reaction? 12, absolutely. And my other side, I have 2 times a +3, so I have 6 plus 0 because water is 0. So I get a +6 on my product side. What side do I add my reactant or my electrons to? Reactants, yes. How many? Yep, 6 electrons, so that it's a -6, exactly. So 6 electrons get added to that side. Can I add things together the way they are right now? Why not? Electrons aren't balanced, absolutely. So what do I have to multiply my first reaction by? 3. So everything there is going to get multiplied by a 3. I'm going to rewrite it down here, make it hopefully look a little bit nicer. So we have 3H2O plus 3 SO3, 2 negatives, goes to 3 SO4, 2 negatives, plus 6 H positives, plus 6 electrons. So I'm just looking at these two reactions now. The other one's taken care of because I went through and I multiplied it all by 3. So I'm just looking at those two to figure out my sum. So what is going to cancel out?
Electrons.
Electrons, absolutely. The electrons go completely away. I have 6 electrons on my reactant side, 6 electrons on my product side. They are gone. Is there anything else that will cancel out?
Yes.
Yeah, the 3 waters. So these 3 waters are going to go completely away, and I'm going to be left with 4 on my product side because I got rid of 3 of them. I had 3 that were the same. Anything else? Yeah, the H pluses. So those 6 H pluses are going to go away. How many H pluses are going to be left on my reactant side? Nice, 8 H pluses. Is there anything else that can cancel out? So I can write my final solution. I have, in no particular order, just making sure all the reactants are on the reactant side, all the products are on the product side, Cr2O7, 2 negative, plus 8 H pluses, plus 3 SO3, 2 negatives. Those are on my reactants. They form the products 2 Cr3 positive plus 4 H2O plus 3 SO4, 2 negatives. That is my final balanced equation.